Hello and a warm welcome to Federal special program Capital Beat. It's a blockbuster Wednesday after a high voltage campaign. Karnataka has voted today for 220 assembly seats with about 2,615 candidates in the fray. Voting began at 7 a.m. until about 3 p.m. According to the Election Commission voter turnout data, it's about 52% voter turnout. And Ramanagara has recorded the highest voter turnout, which is about 63.36%. Now, overall, if you look at the campaign, it's been an interesting campaign. All the parties have fought aggressively, whether it was BJP, Congress, or JDS for that matter. Now, Congress has been raising issues like price rise, inflation, corruption, Nandini versus Amul, reservation to Muslims. If you look at BJP's campaign since last year, there have been a lot of issues: hijab, halal, azan, and of course now the Bajrang Dal moment post the Congress manifesto. Many have said that the Bajrang Dal moment was the turning point of the Karnataka election, where Prime Minister came and snatched everything in favor of BJP. That's what many people feel right now. But the questions we're going to ask in this particular discussion today is that which party seemingly looks like having a clear edge? Then Congress or BJP, of course. Are we heading towards, or are there chances of a hung verdict? And if yes, then will JDS play a prominent role? And then many are saying that it's not a triangular fight, but a bipolar fight. So where is this entire election heading to? The voting will just end in about some time. And exit polls, of course, will start. But 13th is the big day, the judgment day, where Karnataka will decide whose government will form. So let me introduce all the panelists to all of you. I'm joined by Dr. Tejaswini Gowda from BJP. She's the current MLC and also an ex-MP. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining. We have Lavanya Balal. She's joining as Congress spokesperson from coastal Karnataka. Lavanya, thank you so much for joining. We have Nagarajan Sundaram, who's a psephologist, joining us from Chennai. We have Satish Jadhav, who's the president of the Resident Welfare Association of one of the societies in Bangalore, very active in politics. Thank you so much, Satish. And we're also joined by Dakshin Murthy, who's the managing editor of the Federal. Thank you so much. And once again, a very big welcome to all of you for joining on the Federal. And let me begin by Nagarajan Sundaram, because he has been in conversation with me since morning and doling out a few figures, which I really want the audience of Federal also to know. And he has some close numbers, and let's hear him out. Mr. Nagarajan, over to you.
Good evening to everyone. This time around, actually, I'm expecting once again a hung assembly in Karnataka, because I have been observing politics and I am fascinated by numbers. I have been seeing numbers of elections for a long time. In fact, for the last 3-4 decades. I do my predictions based on secondary data, whatever is the past election data. Based on that, in 2018, I gave BJP between 103 to 105. They ended up in getting 104. Likewise, in Madhya Pradesh also, I gave 109 to 119. They ended up in 109. Likewise, I can go on tell my forecast the last 10 years or so. But this election, actually, BJP emerged as a party in 1994. 1980, BJP was formed, and they contested the 1983 assembly elections in Karnataka and won 18 seats, and supported Ramkrishna Hegde government from outside. And in 1985, when one more election was cast due to some other the corruption charges and other things, so Ramkrishna Hegde got majority on his own. That time BJP's number came down from 18 to 2.
No, but Mr. Nagarajan, let's come to the point. We know that history very well, but
Yes.
The point is that
so leave that aside.
No,
from
no,
19
we have a time constraint, so that is why I'm just trying to cut you short. Coming to the point that you said that I'm predicting a hung assembly. Now, what makes you feel so? Because many people are saying
that is why actually
Karnataka is heading towards a decisive victory for Congress or BJP.
I understand. I just wanted to put the things in perspective, because from 1994 onwards, BJP started getting 40 seats and more than 40 seats. 1994 they got 40. Then afterwards, actually 1999 44. Then 2004 again 40. Then again 2008 2004 79, not 40, 79. and 2008 110, and 2013 is an aberration. It is an outlier because the BJP contested the election in splitting into three parties, but they maintained their vote share. So starting from 94 to 2018, there were 6 elections. Out of the 6 elections, 3 elections were there was a clear verdict. 94 there wasn't a clear verdict, and 99 there was a clear verdict, and again 2004 there was a clear verdict, and in 2013 there was a clear verdict. So out of the 6 elections, 3 election clear verdict and 3 election hung assembly. If you see the data, because data never lies, that if you see the data, whenever the 3 parties, Karnataka, always there is a 3-cornered contest, sometimes 4-cornered contest also. If the 3 major parties get double digit, that too more than 20% or 18%, and go up to 40%. If they go beyond 50%, then actually they went up to 40% only. And they put together garner around 71 to 84%, then there will be a clear verdict. If they go beyond 85 and go beyond 90 or something, or 89, then that will throw a hung assembly. So JDS, all the 3 people should have double-digit vote share and double-digit numbers, double-digit vote share also, maybe 18%, 20%, 38%, 28%, 40%, something like that. So 71 to 40, 71 to 84, there will be a clear verdict. That 3 elections. And when it go beyond 85 and ended up in 92% or 89% or 19%, then it ends up in a hung assembly. That you can see the data which is available in the public domain. So based on that, I have predicted hung assembly for this time.
Okay, so you are saying it's going to be hung assembly. Okay, okay. Now let me go to all the panelists one by one. First of all, to Mr. Murthy now. Dakshin, what is your sense? Nagarajan Sundaram says that it's going to be a hung assembly. That's what he's predicting. But many people from Karnataka have said that supposing if the voter turnout crosses about 75%, then nobody can stop a decisive victory either for BJP or for Congress, which is going to be like 130 or 130 plus. What is your sense?
See, frankly speaking, if you look at the way the election has progressed, okay, so I would still say that there is a last mile connectivity problem as far as prediction is concerned. Okay, so the anti-incumbency meant that it would favor the Congress, but then during the course of the campaigning, the Congress probably may have goofed up a bit. So, and then you had the Prime Minister coming into the state. So, these factors, we don't know what kind of an impact it will have. And then eventually, the big factor, the money factor, there's been a lot of money that's, been distributed at the last minute in the last couple of days. I've heard innumerable reports, plus, there have been a lot of videos, and so it's been going around. So we don't know what kind of an impact this will have. So I would really say that if anybody predicts, or if anybody says that such and such a party is going to get this much, etc., it would be partly wishful thinking or partly the personal proclivity of the person who's saying it, or it's just like a casino. It's like a gamble. It's a roulette table. You just say something and hope that it works. I would put it that way. So
Okay.
because I get the feeling that anything is possible at this point in time.
Okay, so you are saying anything can be possible at this point of time. Okay, now let me come to both the party spokespersons, and then I'll come to you, Satish. Let me go to Tejaswini Gowda from BJP. There is a heavy anti-incumbency against BJP, and this is what even I sensed when I was traveling through Karnataka, through many parts I traveled. And I have sensed that there is a heavy anti-incumbency against the party. There is anger and resentment within the people for price rise, for inflation, for unemployment. But then also BJP says that, no, we are in a position to form the government. And you guys also claim a figure like 130 or 140 plus. What makes you feel so confident?
Unlike other states, Karnataka, like any other southern state, is highly educated people we have. Politically, what Sundarajan has already said, narrated all the political history. And people also with a clear view that how it has posed a lot of challenges to the democracy itself. It is not fair, it is not helpful for any government to function. So stable government is must for development. And also Karnataka is one of the state when COVID also we affected by COVID and natural calamities like heavy floods and heavy rains and all. But in spite of that, we performed very well with the support of the central government. My state is one of the state after Gujarat. Gujarat has implemented 100% of central government schemes. And next, Madhya Pradesh, 99% of central government, all schemes reach to people. And in Karnataka, we performed 94%.
But Tejaswini, there have been surveys and a very credible one from Edina, which says that 68% of the Karnataka population wants BJP to be voted out. Does this survey not say something which is very, very significant?
We are very much, my party is the largest party of the world. My party is not just simply appear in election to election. Every day, with everyday's life, we are connected with the people. Lakhs of Karyakartas were working in every booth and every leader to cadre. We are always in touch with the people. Through the Jan Dhan account.
All that is fine. All that is fine. But
all
let me.
Schemes reach to the people. We are very confident. Development, and my people are capable to understand the challenges we had. In spite of all those challenges, really we performed in the field of infrastructure or development and social schemes, reservations. We ensured reservations. We are trying hard to.
Tejaswini. It's good to hear the kind of conviction you have for the victory of your party. It's very good. But let me list out a few things which really stand against BJP. Now, what people say, and I have interacted with the people, and this is the sense I got, that these are the factors which could prove against BJP. Now, you have the lingayat population, which you always, felt proud of, that the lingayat community entirely is with BJP. But that is not the case this time. Your tallest leader, Yadurappa, no matter how much you may say that he was a prominent leader who figured in the posters, who figured in the campaigns, but he was sidelined. Then there is a price rise, there is an anti-incumbency, there is unemployment, there is anger amongst the people for the kind of hatred agenda which BJP unleashed. Now, what you still say that you are in a position to form the government is the Karnataka voter, and also especially... just listen to me. Just hear me out and then you answer. I'll give you ample time. Equating Bajrang Dal with Bajrang Bali, like what Prime Minister did. Do you think all this is palatable for the Karnataka voter?
Maybe, because in the last 60 years, they were unable to connect with the people. Today, why people rejected such a national party? They were irrelevant, neither in the national arena nor in the Karnataka, state of Karnataka. Why people rejected? If you have performed, you got 60 years as an opportunity, and even today you are guaranteeing like Annabhagya, minimum basic needs you are guaranteeing. 60 years you could not. Always you said Garibi Hatao, you started during Indiraji time. Whereas we not only in our short time, we have ensured all social welfare schemes. My chief minister has announced the Vidyanidhi, which starts from 2,500 rupees scholarship to 11,000 rupees per the auto rickshaw driver.
But where is the talk of the development?
Farmers' children.
Tejaswini, where is the talk of
why
development?
Congress could not ensure
Tejaswini, just listen to me. Tejaswini,
give me some time. Give me since you posed 4 or 5 questions to me. Please allow me to answer.
Go ahead.
Bajrang Dal, it is the Hindutva or our conviction towards the Asta, nobody can question. Bharat is the only nation where Hindus were living with harmony with every other community. Show me any other country where Hindus were protected. Why in Pakistan there is not even 2-3% my Hindu, Sikh, Jain, Buddha minorities? Why don't they speak about it? What is wrong if I worship my God? If I worship, if my Karyakartas Bhakts celebrate or worship, protect in the name of God, if they protect our sisters from the love jihad.
Where was Bajrang Bali 1 month back?
What is wrong?
I didn't see BJP talking about Bajrang Bali or Hanuman Chalisa a month back. It was only after Congress mentioned Bajrang Dal, the banning of Bajrang Dal in the manifesto, that BJP grabbed this
opportunity. Absolutely. When they equated, they have done a sin by equating a social workers, an organization which is working for the towards the social equality. They compared it to the radical organization, terrorist organization, banned organization, PFI. People will teach them a lesson. Okay, in under the
You were saying
countries, security
right.
countries, sovereignty is very safe. They don't even understand what is sovereignty.
Okay, so you were saying
they need lessons for the sovereignty definition.
Okay, Tejaswini, you are saying that people will teach Congress a lesson just because they have equated Bajrang Dal with Bajrang Bali. Let me go to Lavanya now. Lavanya, Siddharth Sharma is also there, political analyst.
Lavanya, I will answer.
Thank you, Siddharth, I'll come to you. But Lavanya, I want an answer. Why did Congress make a mention of banning of Bajrang Dal in the manifesto? You could have done away with that. Even if you intended to do it or whatever your intentions were, you could have done it after you formed the government. Didn't you provide a handle to BJP? And immediately Prime Minister Narendra Modi grabbed this opportunity and whipped up this rhetoric of Bajrang Dal. I mean, Bajrang Bali, which has totally changed the game of Karnataka elections. Would you not concede to this?
Good evening, Niluji. I will have to say this. We cannot shy away from unpleasant or situations which will not be comfortable for us. We are not here to play around in a comfort zone. We are here committed for the cause of building this nation, for building a peaceful nation. Our nation is built on the foundation of ahimsa. It is built on the foundation of peace, right? So we cannot allow few lumpen elements to disrupt the peace of this place. Now, let me ask Tejaswini Gowdaji. She's my senior. I respect her a lot. Ma'am, your Bajrang Dal people threatened me on live TV 2 years ago for questioning the authority under which they commit moral policing. What is the constitutional right that these men have, 30 to 40 men who go and assault a couple of teenagers who are less than 18 years old? Are you saying that it is legal? Are you saying it is a social work? Are you saying the men of Bajrang Dal who were caught in Kerala making bombs, who lost their hands making bombs, not once, it happens like 3 to 4 times a year, are they social elements? Are they building this nation peacefully? So Bajrang Dal is not a peaceful organization, is it? Is my question. Now, when you're comparing, equating Bajrang Bali, Lord Hanuman, to a political organization, aren't you bringing disrespect to Bajrang Bali? Is it fair for you to hide your activities behind the guise
Lavanya, do you believe in Ramayan?
No, listen.
Lavanya, do you believe in Ramayan?
Let her finish your point. Let her finish. I'll come to you. Yes.
Yes, ma'am, listen to me, because I built Vishnumurti temple last year. My family runs 8 Hindu temples along with 15 Jain temples. We take care of a mosque, we take care of a church, we take care of n number of schools. And that is where I'm coming from. I come from a secular family, ma'am. I have built a Hindu temple. I'm a Jain. I have no difference between any god. Now, when you are saying these people should be discriminated, ma'am, you're being anti-constitutional. Now, let me be very clear. Today, Basavan Bagewadi, there was an incident, Niluji, where an unidentified car was carrying VVPAT and EVM machines. Now, also when they're talking about talking about poverty, let me be very clear. When we got the independence for this nation, ma'am, more than 90% of the population was under poverty line. Now we have less than 20%. And let me remind you, ma'am Gowda, the World Hunger Index shows that India has gone down in hunger index. People are hungry. 20% of Indian population has started eating less than what they were eating a decade ago, ma'am. This shows your administration. There is an anti-incumbency. Also, if you look at Mandya today, where people
I'll allow you. I'll come to you, ma'am. I'll come to you.
Just fair time. I need
for a few minutes. I'll come to you. Yes, Lavanya, complete your point, please.
No, Mandya today, if you notice, people have been throwing the saris and the chickens given by the BJP MLA candidate back at his doorstep. This is what the situation is. We are forming the government with a comfortable margin, Niluji. And I'm so sorry. I'll have to leave. I'm so sorry.
Okay, Lavanya. Okay. Yes, Tejaswini ji, you wanted to respond at that time.
Nilu, today, where is Bharat? You know that how Modi ji has taken Bharat into the World Forum, and everybody, Bharat's foreign policy or Bharat's development is really role model for Many world leaders expressed about it. So no one need explanation for that. Now, in spite of COVID, Bharat is, we are aiming to Bharat an $5 trillion economy, in which Karnataka is going to contribute $1 trillion contribution to the center. Okay, nobody can match us. Today's India is different. And about other social schemes also. Even today, if there is hunger, even today, if there is inequality, even today, if there is any exploitation, it is all because of Congress always done the appeasement politics with others. You see, we are treating what Constitution says equality, right to dignity, right to equal. That's why they were not dared to bring the reservation hike for the SC/STs. Why? And what problem? Muslims don't have any problem. Any patriotic Muslim in India, absolutely fine with us. Okay, and it is the NDA government who made our Abdul Kalamji as the Rashtrapati, not Congress party. And these tribals, okay, Murmuji has made, we made Murmuji as the Rashtrapati.
Tejaswini ji, the idea of scrapping away the Muslim population was based on a wrong notion. Muslims were underprivileged in Karnataka. There was a commission which
why don't you speak in the same language about Pakistan, whereas our temples were demolished, our cultural roots were uprooted.
I'm talking in context of Karnataka.
Were put a lot of hardship.
No, but this was a wrong notion which was given to the people of Karnataka, that Muslims don't need reservation and you want to put them in economically weaker section.
As an elected government, as a responsible government, we have to address the others' problem also.
Okay, I'll get induction on this. Tejaswini, just one second.
Constitution assured them they have every constitutional right to ask for the development.
Allow me to interrupt. Dakshin, I want you on this, that talking about scrapping the Muslim reservation. Tejaswini is from BJP and you heard her what she said. I really want you to elaborate on this bit. Yes.
No, I mean, the Muslim reservation, the reservation for Muslim was not based on their religion. It was based on their social and educational backwardness, which was, delineated by many backward classes commission. And the one that was really path-breaking was the Mandal Commission. So it had nothing to do with the religion of the Muslims. Because if you look at the Muslim, if you look at Islam, the way it is practiced in India, it is in many ways it's unique, because it is not like the way Islam is practiced in the Middle East, for instance, or in Saudi. So in India, there are caste-like groupings within the Muslim community. That is why the Backward Classes Commission, they did a lot of ground level research, and based on that, they gave reservation to a certain subsects within the Muslim community under the socially and educationally backward sector. So, and it is the Indira Sahni judgment. It's a well settled argument. There is nothing in it. It is definitely nothing to do with the religion of the people who get this reservation.
Okay. Now, I want to get in Siddharth Sharma on this. That Siddharth, what is your sense? What is the sense you're getting from the ground on Karnataka elections? Is Karnataka heading towards a decisive victory for either of the parties, BJP or Congress, who, according to you, seems to have a clear edge? Or is Karnataka heading towards a hung verdict? Yes.
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of sermonization by the political parties, and it's good. And I can either agree with them, partly agree with them, or disagree with a few, but it's good. But the point here is that the voting ends in the next few minutes. And whatever the parties have stood for, the people have already voted. So there's absolutely no reason for them to take the rhetoric up that pitch right now, because the voting is over. So what is going to be the outcome? It's very clear. 2 or 3 facts we need to understand. One is that till date, in Karnataka, BJP has never won a decisive mandate through elections. Never in the history of Karnataka's polls has BJP ever managed to win 113 seats in any election. Even without 113 seats, they have managed to form governments on different occasions, but they have never won 113 seats. Even in the existing Vidhan Sabha, BJP's vote share is 2% lower than Congress's vote share. So how come BJP has performed so well seat-wise? The simple reason is that Karnataka, as the advertisement goes, and I think that advertisement is apt, Karnataka is called as one state and many worlds. There are different cultures in Karnataka. There is a Hyderabad Karnataka, which is called as Kalyan Karnataka. There is a Mumbai Karnataka, which is called as Kittur Karnataka. There is a coastal Karnataka, which is called as Karavali Karnataka. So traditionally, BJP has been very strong in Karavali Karnataka, which is the coastal Karnataka. Out of the 20 seats, BJP has 17 seats as of today. But other than coastal Karnataka, BJP has never managed to cross the 50% vote share in any of the region seat-wise, neither in Kalyan Karnataka, nor in central Karnataka, nor in Mysore, and not even in the greater Bangalore urban region. But during the present election, present assembly, BJP managed to sweep Kittur Karnataka, which is the Mumbai Karnataka, which is a Lingayat dominated belt. It swept 35 out of 50 seats, and that is why its tally rose up to 110. And it is very clear now, in the last 6 months or so, it is now absolutely very clear that the Lingayats, to a very large extent, have deserted BJP for different reasons. One of the main reason being, Yediyurappa during his tenure had a very working relationship, respectful relationship with the Lingayat Mats. There are around 3,000 Lingayat Mats in Karnataka. These Lingayat Mats do not indulge only in religious practices, but they also indulge in huge social service. They indulge in schools, they indulge in education, they indulge in healthcare. So Yediyurappa during his time had made a very good, he had made an initiative that he had managed to give these mutts governmental grants. Suddenly, after Mr. Yediyurappa's departure, point number one, the same government grants that the mutts were getting for the social work. Remember, I'm stressing the word social work. This social work was not contained to only Lingayats. It was being done across the society to everyone. And there are 3,000 mutts in Lingayat mutts in Karnataka. These mutts who were justifiably getting government grants, point number one, BJP started to ask commission from those mutts also to give them grants. Point number two, and the more dangerous point, the point which made Lingayat mutts angry was BJP tried to infiltrate and take over the mutts. Yediyurappa had a very working relationship wherein he respected the mutts and expected the mutts to deliver votes for him.
No, but Siddharth, when you say this, that BJP was trying to take over these mutts, what was BJP's intention? I'll come to you, Tejaswini, but I want to understand that, was this a new experiment which BJP was trying, which was an experiment which was outside Yediyurappa's landscape or political landscape?
It was definitely outside Mr. Yediyurappa's landscape. Why BJP did it, we don't know. Maybe because of power compulsions, because power has certain compulsions. When you start accumulating power, you want more power. But it's very clear. And in the last 2 or 3 days, for example, last evening, I was getting messages from rural Karnataka that different political parties were going to the voters with cash and asking them to touch hands on the gods and telling them to vote for them. And the voters were telling them, since you are going to give me 2,000, 3,000 cash, why are you giving me individually? Give all the cash for this village and we will build a temple ourselves. Don't give it to us individuals. People have become, so the Lingayats, and especially the Lingayats also have very...
All this money was paid in cash, Siddharth. I'm told that there have been a lot of digital payments this time during elections.
More than digital payments, because I was not in interior Karnataka last night. This was anecdotal things that we come to hear, and the people were very open. They said that, why are you giving cash to me as a person? Since you are giving me cash and asking me to take a God's vow, better give the whole cash for my village and I'll build a temple for myself. So the people of Karnataka, and especially rural Karnataka, the Lingayats have become so intelligent, and they have their social fabric, their institutions are very strong. And the Lingayat Mahasabhas have very openly in this election, yesterday, day before yesterday, BJP also knows it, on Facebook, on WhatsApp, they've gone very clearly in a campaign asking people not to vote for BJP. And the reason, I think the main reason behind the Lingayat anger against BJP is more than corruption. They were worried that their long-held traditional institutional service institutions were starting to get overwhelmed by the BJP organization. So there has to be, in a democracy, you have to, it's a quid pro quo kind of a situation wherein Yediyurappa used to give grants to these institutions and expected them to deliver influence over their voters. Now, BJP, the present after Yediyurappa, BJP directly wants to wrest control of those organizations. So I think that has angered, because this is a survival issue for the mutts now. This becomes a survival issue. You can, if you start to usurp the institutions, it becomes a survival issue. I think BJP might have overplayed its card. BJP might have miscalculated. Why BJP did it, we don't know. And the second point,
let's ask Tejaswini, why did BJP get into this new kind of an experiment where you have angered the Lingayats also? I'll come to you, Satish, after this. Yes.
Wrong to say that. Present Chief Minister chosen by Yediyurappa. Another Lingayat from North Karnataka only replaced Yediyurappa.
Yediyurappa chose Bommai. Yediyurappa chose Bommai, but Bommai didn't perform the way he was expected. That is also another reality.
Performance, how you are just calculating, I don't know. How you are analyzing, I don't know. Government is BJP government only, headed by Bommai only, appointed by, chosen by Yediyurappa only. With Yediyurappa's guidance and blessings only, we are working even today, every day and night. We are very much connected with them. And Yediyurappa been 4-time Chief Minister. BJP made him Chief Minister.
Tejaswini ji, Yediyurappa, it seems, is blessing BJP only in posters. But in person, he stands sideline. I have met him in person, so that's why I can say.
More than you, I am every day. I know him as a journalist. I know him as a political leader.
Let me put it out very honestly. Yes.
I know him. And his son also been given ticket. Another son is member of parliament. And BJP party only given him 4 times. And again he is saying, because nothing is there for the Congress to explain how they ditched Nijulingappaji, historical insults, how they have done, how they removed another veteran leader, the tallest leader, Virendra Patilji. Today nothing is there. And Siddharthji and also while narrating, Lingayats are very comfortable with us. And whatever is possible, even this reservation issue, nobody was there to touch it. Whereas our government, honestly, with all the realities, we have done that 2% hike in the reservation for 2C and 2D. Why will they ditch us, first of all? And also, it is wrong to say that these mutts, whatever the meager amount government has given to the mutts, that's nothing for them compared to their vast social work, They have a lot of bhaktas, lakhs of bhaktas for running the mutts. No government is, they were not depending upon any government. It is just a gesture. Always we are with them, we are appreciating, we are helping them, whatever the little bit. For that, how none other than Siddaramaiah ji, how this Congress party attacked when these mutts were given this support, financial support. Go through the earlier records, with what face they were how they can do this double talk. People are very and also our BJP performance.
Siddharth wants to intervene. And after this, I'll go to Satish.
Single largest party.
No, Siddharth wants to make a point. Siddharth, yes.
He emerged as the single largest party from last 2-3 elections.
Okay.
Yes, we failed to make, to cross that mark. But always single largest party is BJP only.
I'll come to you, Satish. Let Siddharth intervene on this, and then I'll come to you, Satish.
Yeah, I'm not intervening here. I'm just adding to what Tejaswini ji has said. One thing we need to understand that a set of people like Lingayats who are highly educated, highly landed gentry, and highly organized, they are not into symbolical power game. They are more into influential power. So BJP, I think, miscalculated that by projecting someone as a name, a Lingayat as a leader, they can woo Lingayats. Whereas the reality is Lingayats want influence over power. And the clear-cut proof of this is Mr. Ramakrishna Hegde, a Brahmin, stood from Bagalkot, which is a Lingayat-dominated area, and won from there, and he became the chief minister. So one thing that the nuance that the BJP has to understand, I think from now on, is that you just cannot project a face symbolically and say that since we are giving a chief minister post to Lingayats, Lingayats would be happy. Lingayats would not be happy because they're a very intelligent set of people. They want influence. And when you cut that influence, when you try to assert that influence, they
I have to go to Satish. He's been waiting for a long time.
You're saying
Yeah.
They just
larger people, they embraced even Gandhi as a leader.
allow me to interrupt.
Other side
I have to.
saying
No. Let me go
they
to
were
Satish.
highly
He's been waiting.
power-mongers.
Tejaswini
It's not
I'll
correct.
come to
It's
you.
contradiction.
I'll come to you. Let me go to Satish. Now, Satish, what is the sense you are getting from this election? Are we going to have a decisive mandate for a particular party, or is it heading towards a hung verdict?
Nilu, thanks for allowing me to speak, because 40 minutes into the discussion, and I've heard the veterans from BJP, Congress, and Siddharth also speaking, and Dakshinamurthy also speaking. So I will give my logic and strategy how it, I mean, this election is going to see as a citizen, and also the analyst whom I am following from last 3 or 4 elections. See, as I mentioned before also, that this is going to be a decisive mandate from Karnataka, precisely because in whatever the activities happened in the last few days or the few weeks. Okay, so there are 2 logics. One, Nagarajan was speaking in terms of the data. So he has done an extensive analysis of the data. So looking at the data, I do agree with you, because if you look at the data from the 2004 or 2008 election perspective, yes, there was an areas in Karnataka where there is an Mumbai Karnataka, Hyderabad Karnataka, and Suvarna Karnataka, and Karavali. So that is where BJP played, and they got the numbers step by step from 40 to almost 103, and they maxed out. They realized during this election, during the 2013, because 2018 also they did whatever is possible, right? From the Modi ji, Amit Shah ji, everybody came in, they did whatever the maximum they possible. They can only get 104. They realized it long back. And even if the election focus only those areas, those Lingayat votes and Bokkaliga votes, and only those pockets where they are strong, they are going to get only max 103 and 104. That's why they changed the strategy this election, and they focus mostly on the where they were weak. If you look at their even the allocation of the seats, where they were weak, where on the Suvarna Karnataka, there is Hyderabad Karnataka, and Mysore part of Karnataka. So these are where the weak, and they cannot get 113 seats unless they focus these areas. So they have very strategically focused these areas right from the day one. And Modi ji started his election campaign from Mysore, and Amit Shah ji started their campaign from Mysore, and Suvarna Karnataka they focused. So this is where I think even the Bokkaligas is in Mysore area, and Suvarna Karnataka and North Karnataka, Mumbai Karnataka is part of the Lingayat category. So they can attack both the constituency in Mysore Karnataka with Bokkaligas, and North Karnataka, that is Suvarna Karnataka, and the Mumbai Karnataka with the Lingayat votes. That is what they've done the strategy. On top of that, when I started the Congress, I think there was an anti-incumbency. Definitely there was an anti-incumbency until the elections were announced. But due to the Modi factor, and also the Congress, their own mistakes, because they decided very early in the stage that they will not talk about Modi, they will not talk about the national politics, they will talk about only the local language, will take the local issues, 40% commission, and also the price rise, all those things. When they were on the track.
Satish, don't you think that was a smart move made by Congress?
Definitely, it was a very smart move, because they very smartly decided at the central level they will not bring Rahul Gandhi too many times, and they fight the elections locally with the DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah.
Rahul Gandhi anyways wasn't the central figure this Karnataka election. It was all about Kharge, it was all about Siddaramaiah, it was all about DK Shivakumar versus whichever person.
Exactly, Nilu. That is what their strategy was, because initially they only discussed in terms of in their this thing is only on the price rise, 40% commission, and local issues, whereas they were on the track to till the 10 days back or 15 days back. But the national president of Congress, detracked it, and he had a bad words for the our prime minister. Then again his son Priyanka Kharge had again derailed it, and on top of it again the manifesto on Bajrang. See, BJP never didn't raise the issue of Bajrang Bali or the Bajrang Dal. Who started it? It started by Congress.
No, but that brings me to a very interesting question. And Siddharth and I had a word last week also on the phone on this. But Siddharth, I'll come to you on this particular, the manifesto leading to the Bajrang Bali moment of Karnataka election. Now, Satish also said,
nobody.
Satish, I'll come to you after this. Satish also said that Congress played a clever card by keeping Rahul Gandhi out, by talking about price rise, corruption, 40% Sarkara, and then suddenly this Bajrang Dal moment of Congress leading to Bajrang Bali. Now, if Congress has been playing a smart card right from the beginning, and all of a sudden, if they have played this Bajrang Dal card, was it a trap laid by Congress for BJP in which BJP has badly got trapped and people are really missing the trees for the woods?
We really don't know what the Congress's strategy is, but two things are very clear. That the Bajrang issue. Let's forget about the Dal and the Bali thing. Bajrang, the word itself, connotes something different in North India and connotes absolutely nothing in peninsular India. In North India, when you say Bajrang, it is very clearly synonyms. It's a synonym for Hanuman. It's a synonym for Bajrang Bali. But the word Bajrang itself is totally non-existent in colloquial popular culture in peninsular India. In peninsular India, it is more like Hanumanta, Anjaneya, Maruti. So the entire... the point here is that you are asking whether Congress laid a trap here. Even if Congress laid a trap, this whole narrative is a non-starter. It doesn't hold water anywhere in Karnataka, except for maybe a few pockets in the urban areas in which obviously.
Am I to assume from what you are saying, Siddharth, that Bajrang Bali rhetoric of BJP will not have an impact on the Karnataka voter? Is that what you're implying?
Because I'm not implying, I'm simply implying that the word itself doesn't mean anything to Kannadiga. That word itself is a non-existent word. So a word that is non-existent, how come there is an effect either positive or negative for that? So it's a totally, it's a sine non qua, some kind of a term where nothing starts and it ends with nothing. It starts with nothing, it ends with nothing. But
okay, I'll go back to Satish. Yes, Satish, you want to respond to what Siddharth has just said? I'll come to you, Tejaswini, after this. And then the last word to Dakshin and Nagar.
See, again, it was a trap. Definitely, Congress thought of bringing in the Bajrang Bali. See, there are so many organizations, Neelu, in the whole of India or Karnataka. Why only Bajrang Dal? Okay, so there are so many RSS factors or RSS sub organizations. Why only Bajrang Bali or Bajrang Dal they bought in, and that too they compared with the PFI. Was it a trap to compare PFI with the Bajrang so that they can instigate the Hindus? That is what the trap. Or is it that they by mistakenly they put it to compare the PFI because they already put a PFI and it has been banned. They just want to compare. They have told their manifesto. It is an example. Examples like PFI and Bajrang Dal. Since they entered the PFI name, they wanted to put one more name towards it just to compare. They put the Bajrang Dal. Was it a mistake or was it a trap? So that is the question Congress needs to answer. And definitely, with giving all full platter in hand, BJP picked up because BJP was in no mood to get into Hindutva or Bajrang Dal or whatever RSS, but they were talking in terms of only their development areas. Either you take the Chief Minister or the Amit Shah or the Modi, they were talking about the development. But Congress gave that in a platter, Bajrang Dal, and they picked it. Obviously, they picked it, and definitely as this guy, I mean, they were also saying it will not have impact. Definitely, it had an impact. If not two rural areas of Karnataka, but at least at the urban level, there is a fence sitter, and there are strong Hindu followers. They were thinking whether to Congress because there are so many issues BJP has done. I should go for Congress this time, but because of this issue, they definitely jumped this side. That is what I will definitely bring it to this point.
Okay. Dakshin, do you think that this Bajrang Bali moment was the turning point of this Karnataka election, and many fence sitters probably will now make up their mind that go with BJP, perhaps?
See, we don't know, frankly, because only the results will tell us this. Because right now, we cannot say whether it was a turning moment or whether it had any impact at all, or whether it had a huge impact. We cannot say anything at this point in time. So there are efforts made by the BJP to use this the manifesto of the Congress which talked about Bajrang Dal. right? So we don't know. But the point is, I mean, I personally felt it was really unnecessary because, there was no need to bring in these factors in when they were already in a good position by trying to, ram it in, I think it was, I just felt it was unnecessary. I mean, that's about it.
Okay.
Cow slaughter is an issue in some districts. So it is a social challenge for us. And as far as Hindus' safety and this thing is concerned, we are committed. It is our commitment towards the community because nowhere except Bharat Hindus can live. So this is our ideological commitment. So rather than blaming or provoking BJP, people are very wise. We would like to develop Karnataka. It should be a model Karnataka based on our track record and work only. We are asking votes, and under the BJP's stable leadership in the center and state is very secure and it will prosper. So I think our wise voters will ensure a clear majority, which is very much essential at this point of time in the interest of Karnataka.
Okay. Nagarajan Sundaram, the last word to you. What do you want to say? Yes. You began with the numbers and now the exit polls will start. In fact, they have started.
Yeah, they already
started. Yes. You're muted, sir. You're muted. Yes.
I regret to say that my learned friend, Mr. Siddharth Sharma, has reeled out false data to the public. He should not do that. So, we should take only last 3 elections, 2008, 2013 and 2018. In that, because the delimitation happened around 2008 and the 2008 election was fought on the delimited constituency. According to the available statistics from the Election Commission of India, the coastal Karnataka having Uttara Kannada, Dakshina Kannada, and what do you call that?
Udupi.
Put together, which is called Karavali region also. Put together, BJP is stronghold. BJP last time it got 15 seats. In Madhya Karnataka, which is Dharwad, Hubballi, Davanagere, all these. There also BJP got 21 seats out of 25. The 15 seats out of 90. In Kitturu, Karnataka, 2008 they got 35 seats. In 2018 they got 30 seats. In Bangalore also, 2008 BJP got 17 seats out of 28. And last time they got 11 seats. Congress in the last 3 elections, their highest was in Bangalore was 15 only. And the voting percentage also, it was almost equal or BJP is ahead. So he was reeling out wrong data, not only today. Yesterday I listened to his talk in the Ashutosh Tibat. There also actually I felt very bad. You should come prepared for a debate. You should read out.
Make your point. He
No.
Based
on
must be having his own basis to say whatever
no,
data.
how can anyone have this election commission data? How can he have basis? He should say the correct statistics. The numbers. If election commission one number and Siddharth Sharma has got another number. The same number has to be. If there is a thing, he should regret. He should actually put his regret. So only in Mysuru, Karnataka and in Hyderabad, Karnataka, BJP is weak. There also in Hyderabad, Karnataka, last election itself, they got out of 41, 15
So what is your sense? You are saying that BJP will win?
No, first I am correcting this because he cannot go on reeling out wrong statistics, channel after channel and making people to come to conclusions. I don't. Last time I told you in the beginning itself, out of 14 opinion polls, 9 opinion polls failed. All opinion polls failed, in fact. That is why I am saying is actually 2013 election was an exception. Because suppose in a match, some 5 people have been shown red card and not to play. That kind of an election BJP fought on the 2013 election. You cannot take it.
So sir, come to the point now because I'm running
2018
out of time. I have to end the program now.
2018 and 2008 election, it shows very clearly BJP was winning 68 seats in 2018 and 2008, same seats. So BJP is always ahead. Congress before 2004, It was a
Sir,
all
let's talk
Karnataka
about the
party.
present context. Let's talk about the
Present
present
context, I have
context.
already told you.
Yeah.
97 seats BJP is winning. BJP is a strong party across all regions. Only they are weak in old Mysuru region and
Nilu, I have a point.
He is
Yes.
actually giving a
Very
wrong
brief.
except
Few
they have
seconds.
nothing
Few
to do with
seconds.
that.
I'm running short of time now. Yes, Satish.
Yeah, Nilu, I want to respond to Nagarajan. Nagarajan, sir, I think your analysis I already told. So it's based on the past data and last 3-4 elections. I think your analysis is accurate and you really analyze the areas. But again, this time, what the point I'm trying to make is this time, you rightly mentioned Hyderabad, Karnataka and Mysuru, Karnataka is where the BJP lost in last 2 elections, whether it's 13 or 18. This is where they were not focused also. Okay, they didn't even attempt to bring in some kind of stabilization during these areas. That is where they understood the mistake, and they also realized with all the Karnataka 224 seats, they from the Mumbai, Karnataka, Karavali, Karnataka, Madhya Karnataka, and Kittur, Karnataka, they can only be able to get 104, 105. They cannot get more than what the magic number 113. They cannot get unless they focus Mumbai and Hyderabad, Karnataka. That's where they have focused this year, and they're going to break the votes of JDS, and you will have a really surprise results in Mumbai, Karnataka, Mysore, Karnataka, and Hyderabad, Karnataka, and whoever is getting those, votes from JDS.
Right.
Whether it's Congress or BJP, they are going to make the government.
We are all speculating at this point of time.
No, ma'am. Actually, I regret.
One second. No, Nagarajan ji, no. I'm sorry. I'm running.
You cannot say
running
that
short
the
of
basis
time.
is different.
I'm
He
running
cannot
short
reel
of
out
time.
wrong statistics.
I'm running
That is
short
bad.
of time.
That is bad.
Nagarajan ji,
As
I'm
a
running short.
panelist, he should not
Nagarajan ji, just
reel
hear
out
me
wrong
out. Nagarajan
statistics.
ji,
How can he defend that? That is
Nagarajan ji,
indefensible.
Nagarajan ji,
How can he reel
we
out
can
wrong
leave all
statistics?
the data analysis for the evening prime time on the satellite channels. Let's leave
No,
it.
even previous. He is actually
Right
misleading,
now, sir. We are all speculating. We are
The
all
statistics is
speculating.
the election
Final
commission
verdict
statistics.
will come out on 13. So let's wait
No,
for
that is different. That is
We will-
completely different. Whatever
Okay.
past election
Okay.
committee,
No,
election
let's
statistics here
respect each
reeled out,
other's
it
opinions.
was
Please.
wrong. It was
No,
wrong.
no.
Completely wrong.
Nagarajan ji, let's
doing it
respect
because he
each
should be
other.
called out.
Let's
be
respect
called.
each other for whatever their views are. Please, everyone
No,
is.
views are different. Views are completely different.
Okay.
How can he
Fine.
misrepresent statistics?
Okay, Nagarajan ji,
Views are
calm down.
different.
Please calm down. Let's wait for 13. Sadat, very.
No,
few
I'm not
seconds,
actually.
please. No, few seconds.
Only one. Do
Few
you should not
seconds,
as an
Siddharth.
anchor, you should not
No,
defend.
no.
Very
You should
briefly,
not defend.
very briefly.
Yes, Siddharth, tell me.
Very
Please,
briefly,
please, Siddharth.
Nagarajan sir is a senior. He is like my father figure.
Brother,
We are just debating on a.
Yes, he's not your
television
father.
channel.
You should not bring in wrong statistics.
That's what I'm saying, sir. We are just discussing here. I might have my views, but if my views would have
Views are
hurt
different,
people,
sir. You are reeling out wrong
Nagarajan ji,
statistics.
this will become
Numbers.
endless. Please,
Sir,
I have to stop.
let me
I have
Numbers
to
should not be
stop.
wrong.
He folded his hands. Now,
let me complete. Since
Okay,
you are my father figure. That is absolutely no. When I give something, it's my opinion. It's nobody's data. So
I'm holding my hand now.
I'm sorry if I have offended you. I'm sorry if I have offended you.
Views are different. Only represent correct statistics. That is only my request. Represent correct
statistics. The program. The
Okay.
viewers will say, "What a boring conversation." I don't want that to happen, please.
I don't have any ill will towards him.
We cannot go on
He's like my brother.
We all will meet on 13th. Stay tuned to the Federal for a non-stop coverage. We'll come back with the same panelists that day and many more. So please send us your feedback as to what you felt about this discussion. Stay tuned to the Federal and also subscribe to our channel. Okay. No offense meant, you said. Thank you so much, Dakshin.
Thank you, Reenu.
Tejaswini, Siddharth, Satish, and Mr. Nagarajan. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Subscribe to the Federal's YouTube page for more news and updates.